Roland Garros has drawn to a close, crowning a new worthy female champion. Congrats, Mira Andreeva! Achin хорошо! But did you know that this year's edition was placed under the patronage of Althea Gibson, the very first Black player to win a slam 70 years ago? And it happened right here in Roland Garros. She was a pioneer who changed the trajectory of tennis. She broke racial barriers at a time of segregation, paving the way for Arthur Ashe, Venus and Serena, Coco Gauff, and Taylor Townsend. Not only was Althea a force of nature in tennis, but she was also a talented and dedicated professional golf player. Carlos, Yannick, please take note.
Hey, where do I hit this?
She won her first major in 1956 in Paris, then went on to win Wimbledon and the US Open both in 1957 and 58. In both years, she was world number one and was voted Female Athlete of the Year by the Associated Press. She said it herself after she won Wimbledon.
Queen Elizabeth walks onto the center court to present the trophy.
Shaking hands with the Queen of England was a long way from being forced to sit in the colored section of the bus. Althea Gibson was a role model for everyone, on and off the court. In spite of this, she was never granted the All England Club membership, like any Wimbledon champion should be entitled to. Althea was born in South Carolina on August 25, 1927, to parents Daniel and Annie Bell Gibson, who worked as sharecroppers on a cotton farm in the Deep South. In 1930, the family moved to Harlem, New York City, where Althea was soon exposed through community games to paddle tennis in the neighborhood, and she soon became the New York City tennis champion. But she did not have an easy childhood, and she later was moved to a Catholic shelter for abused children. She dropped out of school, but in 1940, a group of neighbors noticed her unusual talent for tennis and decided to pool money and raise funds to finance her tennis club membership and lessons in Harlem. And she went on to win 10 consecutive national championships. Althea would often joke that her best shots came from having to know by heart the tennis court lines, because she would often have to play in the dark at night. Because as a Black child, she didn't have the same access and would often have to wait until the tennis courts were closed at night to be able to play. Despite her stellar rise as an elite player, Gibson was prevented from playing in the US Open. It was not until 1950 that she received an invitation to play, thanks to the lobbying of the ATA, the American Tennis Association, created by Black tennis players and open to all races. Today, some 30% children come from minorities background, up from 5% when Althea started playing. If I've made it, it's half because I was game enough to take a lot of punishment along the way, and half because there were a lot of people who cared enough to help me. The US Open officially paid tribute to Gibson when they erected a statue in her honor in 2019, and last year when they adopted her face as the official 2025 US Open team, crafted by Melissa Kobe, also the first Black team artist in US Open history.
And yes, this is me last year. The US Open staff insisted to take this picture because they noticed the uncanny resemblance between Althea and myself.
Althea's story shows that breaking barriers takes both courage and community.
Her fellow New Yorkers expressed their admiration and their affection.
She transformed the game thanks to her powerful serve and aggressive style of play, inspiring generations of players while setting a new standard for what's possible when you believe in yourself.